From the Watergate building in Washington, this is Hotline TV. Now here are Hotline editors Amy Walter and John Mercurio.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Hotline TV. I'm Amy Walter.
And I'm John Mercurio. Attorney General nominee Michael Mukasey's reluctance to clarify whether or not waterboarding is legally considered torture is causing Democratic support to evaporate. Get it? Water?
I get it.
See, even about torture, we can make jokes, and that's what makes us special. All right, Amy, how does Mukasey navigate himself
Oh my gosh!
out of
these troubled, choppy waters.
Choppy waters,
yes. The first thing that we're noticing is that maybe he can get some help, which to this point he's gotten very little of. So you notice that here was somebody who originally started off with support from pretty much everybody. It was supposed to be a slam dunk, even Chuck Schumer on board from his home state. The president, notably silent until today when he came out,
but came out strongly, hit hard at the Heritage Foundation speech this afternoon. Real red meat speech about MoveOn.org and Code Pink. Liberal groups really trying to sort of, I think, isolate the Senate Democratic critics into a corner. Right,
but can he really win on this issue? Right? Do they really want to get into debate about torture, which to me puts them on? And obviously, this is where the president has been successful in the past. He's certainly done it on Iraq, which is saying, anytime if you want to cut $1 out of this funding for the troops, then you are not supporting our troops.
Right.
It's and that's where he's been very, very successful. The war on terrorism, been very successful. Can he keep doing it on something that is as controversial as this?
Right. Well,
I don't know.
And that's why I think you saw him in his speech today and in his comments earlier today in the Oval Office, really trying to move the debate back to what he thinks it is. And we're at war. We're at war, and we don't need to be talking about techniques. We need to be talking about.
But this is the same thing about eavesdropping, et cetera, where the public is less interested in hearing.
A couple things that I think Democrats are at risk at, in mounting such opposition on. Look, the Senate Democratic leadership put the country through a rather lengthy massacre or crucifixion of Alberto Gonzales. I think a lot of people really hoping that this whole thing can be wrapped up and we can actually have an attorney general that people can sort of look to, and the Justice Department's morale can improve over the next couple of months. I don't think the American public has a lot of patience for another drawn-out nomination fight. And Mukasey's in a difficult situation. Look, I mean, by asking him whether or not torture, waterboarding is illegal, what he's trying to do by not answering, he's trying to protect the CIA agents who have allegedly used this practice, and if he were to come out and say it's illegal, there could be lawsuits brought against the CIA. So there's clearly a lot more going on. Bush saying today to the Heritage Foundation that, look, he wasn't part of the briefings on waterboarding, so how could he possibly weigh in on it? I mean, I think that for Democrats to really pick this fight, which I think they're headed towards doing next week when they vote, in committee, they really need to be on firmer ground than they are. And I think ultimately he'll be approved because you'll find someone like Dianne Feinstein on the Judiciary Committee who'll join the 8 Republicans, and he'll move to the floor.
And then he can win there. And that becomes really the question, which is, for White House Democrats especially, the ones who weren't running for the White House, that this just becomes for them another opportunity to take a dig at the Bush administration. But fundamentally, he passes, and it becomes something for a Democratic primary, but in the general election,
it's a rhetorical fight.
Exactly.
That ultimately doesn't.
Sound and Fury.
Sound and Fury.
And it's signifying nothing. Has anybody really read that book? Doubt it.
Let us know.
All right. We have to wait till the vote till next Tuesday to see whether or not he stays afloat.
Another water joke.
Yeah. All right.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow on Hotline TV.